Hi guys, I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back for another weekly update. It is Wednesday afternoon and it's been another crazy week. We're not even halfway through January yet. There's just a lot going on. If you hear a lot of clicking and clacking, it's all the dogs walking around on the hardwood. Apparently I need to do some nail trimmings on everybody. But anyway, I hope everything's gone well. It is a pretty decent productive week when it comes to cross stitch, but a very cross stitch focused week for me as I begin my preparations for being a vendor or exhibitor vendor at the Nashville Needlework Market coming up the first weekend of March. Super excited about that. Completely unprepared at the moment, but I'll get there. So let's talk first about the stuff that I have gotten done this week. We're going to start with some of the older projects that I have that are not my designs. I can show you guys. So we got some good progress done on Rainy Waterloo Place. Probably about a good 800-900 stitches done on it this week. As you can tell, I have really focused on filling in a lot of the stuff that hadn't been finished before, all the little spotty blank spots. We still have a little bit through here, but I want to finish kind of getting all this done, and then we're going to start at the bottom again, and we're going to actually work our way up on this row just so we know for sure sort of where we're at. But that's coming up. We're over 80% done with this particular piece right now. This is from Cross Stitch Collectibles. I don't think this light really does this project justice, but it works out pretty well. I love it. Been working on it for now like 3-4 years at least, and we're finishing it this year. And I mean it this time. We're finishing it this year. So there's that one. The next up is gonna be Old World Map 2, because yes, yet again, I'm still working on this piece because I want to make some progress every week and get to a point where I can actually see I'm making progress. So this week I focused on going back and filling in the last page or two that I hadn't quite finished completely with just all the little confetti stitches that I had to do. And so I'm this far along. Can't tell you exactly how far, but so over here I got a lot of stuff filled in. I probably did about 200-300 stitches in total. This one is a lot more piecemeal, a lot more nitpicky in the sense of there's a lot of frequent color changes, so it's a slower project in a lot of ways. But I am almost done with getting all this finished. I had to actually order some more floss because I had some colors that I could not find. And so when I get all this done, which I mean, I could definitely do in a week if I had all the colors, but if I can get all it done, or at least like super close, then it'll be time to move on to the next page. So that will be amazing when that happens. So we're still shooting for getting this front row, this top row done here. Got all this stuff through here. Boop, 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 boop. But I'm super happy with it, and I'm glad that I'm actually still working on it, and I need to keep working on it. So this past week, as I dribble floss all over me, this past week I re-examined the way that I was doing my own patterns or doing my own pieces, and I want to, I only have so much time before the show, and I want to display as much of my work as I can, even if it's not finished. So along those lines, I decided to move into another piece that I had just gotten just a little bit done on, and to actually kind of not maybe focus quite so much on finishing Empire State Workers. Although I want to have a lot of it done, I don't need to get it all done and framed before then. It'd be kind of neat to be able to show a work in progress, just again, so people can kind of see what it's looking like. So this is where Empire State Workers is at, and I don't think I did any stitching on this one this week. I think when I thought about starting stitching on it, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do that. Let me think about trying to get something else done. And so the one that jumped out at me that I at least want to get a certain number of, I mean, there's so many that I could get partial stitching or even almost whole stitching done if I just focus on those, but I don't want to just do one piece. I'm loving stitching right now. It's a lot of fun, and so anyway, so I brought Cowboy back. I don't have, let me see if I have a cowboy picture here. Hold on. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's, I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere around here. So, but anyway, this is the top of Cowboy, and I left him in the hoop because you can't really see what's going on. So this is sort of like the top of the cowboy hat right here, and then that's sort of like part of his face, and this is like part of his jacket as it comes up by his neck. But I got about, I don't know, 600-700 stitches done on it this week, but I want to just keep stitching on this one and have it just pop, and just really have it pop, because I think that when it comes down to it, what's going to really set me apart at the show are my black and white pieces. That's going to be, I think, of all the stuff that I have, the type of stitching that people want to do the most. So so that's what I'm focusing on. I may still pull out a couple more pieces and work on those, or I may get some more fabric and actually try and get a couple other, there's some smaller black and white projects that I have that I could absolutely get a sizable chunk done on them, even just 1 week. So we'll see. We're just I'm thinking about a lot of stuff. So this past Monday, 2 things happened. It was a great day. It was an awesome day. There were so many things that happened, aside from the fact that my alma mater, University of Georgia, won the national championship in football. Love it. Thank you. Go Dogs. But I actually had a Zoom meeting at that time. So this year they did for new people who are, well, people who are going to be new to Nashville market. They had sort of an orientation, introductory series of just big long Zoom session, and it was absolutely fantastic. I learned a lot. I got an idea for what I need to be like. I was able to, after it was over, like sit here and go, okay, I need to do this, and then this and this and this and this. And so it was absolutely fantastic to kind of go through there, and I'm getting really excited about it because I feel like it's just going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. So just so you guys know, this is a show that is only open to other needlework shops. It's not open to the public. It's a private trade show, and it's just, I know, it's a way to kind of get your stuff like out there further. But outside of like FlossTube and a little bit on Etsy, I'm not well known at all. So this will sort of be like my debut. And so anyway, so I have narrowed down the list of projects, patterns that I want to take with me to about 40, which I actually have like 170, I think, in total. But I think 40 of them are like the ones that I really want to showcase in this particular show. I mean, I'm going to be new to virtually everybody there, so I don't need to necessarily take everything I have. I think it would just be too much. So I'm going to redo my, I said I wasn't even going to do my website, but now I'm going to redo my website, the Shopify store, because I'm going to need to get that up and rolling. But I'm going to focus on those 40 patterns and get that looking as good as possible. So now that I have the 40 patterns, then I got to figure out kind of how I want to set up the room, what I want to display and stuff. And so yeah, it's definitely it's a lot of work. It's definitely a lot of work, but I'm breaking it apart piece by piece, and I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be a little bit nuts, but it's gonna be okay, and it'll be fun. So we'll just roll with it. So I'm let's see, what's my focus this week? So now I got my projects done. My next focus is to revamp the Shopify store and to get all 40 of those projects up on the site, and make them look as good as possible and get them up there, because pretty soon all the stores are going to be able to actually, they'll get the list of everybody that's going to be there, and they may start kind of taking advantage of looking ahead at the stuff that I have. And I just want to like get it done as much as possible. It's but anyway, so there's that. But is that all? Yeah, so I may throw in another start or two coming up here soon. I need to order some more fabric, especially for my black and white pieces. I really should focus on getting those black and whites done. And not obviously all at once. We'll just move through them as the years go by. But I'm I'm excited. I'm so excited. And this is just yet like another evolution, another step with this whole process that honestly, if you guys weren't there watching and, everything we've done before now, the 5 years plus of videos that I've done, all the people that I've met, all the comments, all the suggestions, if I hadn't had all those, I wouldn't be here today. And I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be trying to do my designs in Nashville needlework market, which is just insane when I think about it. I would just be stitching my own stuff. I'm not my own stuff. I'd be stitching just random stuff. And so anyway, okay. I better get to stitching or the website. I can't decide, but I'm going to change out my clothes here and get comfy. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Be safe, happy stitching, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.